All right, guys. Special video, special topic today. If I make any video, this is probably going to be the one video that I feel is one of the most important videos that I think I'll ever make. Mental health. Investing in your mental health, checking on your mental health, spreading the awareness of the mental health, because it's a topic that not a lot of people like to talk about, especially men. You know, we like to hold in our problems. We don't want to talk about it. Oh, yeah, bro, we good. I'm good, bro. Don't worry. But nah, I'm just going to go to the gym. I'm going to go pick up this overtime shit. I'm good. We don't like admitting when we have problems. We don't like speaking about relationship problems, family problems. We don't want to tell our boys, like, yo, I'm hurting on some money, man. You think you can lend me some money until this next paycheck? Bro? Guys got this ego, and we hold a lot of shit in. We try to put a lot of weight on our shoulders. We want to make sure everything around us is good, everybody around us is good, without making sure we're good in the first place. And it's not just men. It's not just men, because women go through it just as much. But the point is, what I'm making is that everybody, you know, we all have problems. We all have battles. We all have issues that we deal with on the regular. Whether it's your career, you know, your relationship, a health problem, family issues. Everybody has different battles that we deal with on the regular. But it's a matter of how you deal with it, how you cope with it. Do you speak about it? Because the things that you experience, the things that you speak about, they may help somebody else. They may save somebody's life. Somebody may hear your story and think that, damn, you know, every time I saw him, he was happy, he was smiling, he was joking around. I didn't know he was going through all that. Makes me feel better about my situation, because I'm looking at it like, man, everybody got shit worse. Somebody always has it worse than you do. And that was something that I try to always remind myself, even though, you know, I felt like my problems were the biggest problems in the world, or I felt like, you know, I was going through, you speak to somebody, you find out that you're not alone. Everybody goes through shit, but again, it's a matter of how you deal with it, how you cope with it. And, you know, this video, I'm just going to tell you guys just like certain details of things I went through that I'm still going through. I still deal with it. But, you know, speaking about it helped me. It helps me a lot. And that's just, you know, I'm just trying to give you guys the game right back. So, I feel like my issues, like I started realizing certain issues or certain things were off with me as far as like my mental health, my mental problems around, you know, the fall of like 2017. If you watch my other videos, you know, I was in a long-term relationship around this time. You know, we were going through a lot of problems, a lot of BS. I was going through a lot of issues with certain family members. You know, I was working the police force. I was doing that whole summer. So that time in my life, it was very complicated. Like, I just had so much going on, and I thought I had everything in the palm of my hands. That I got all my T's crossed, my I's were dotted, and nothing's gonna fuck my shit up. But I was just so wrapped up and so caught up in, I guess, like tunnel vision, if you could say, that I wasn't realizing the damage that I was doing to myself, to the people around me, the people that, you know, that were supporting me, the people that I wasn't realizing that. 2017, New Year's Eve, I worked overnight. Atlantic City Police Department, I worked overnight. And as you can imagine, the city is packed. A lot of people out there. And, you know, I didn't get home till early morning. But I remember that morning, I woke up in tears. I woke up, I had a panic attack. I woke up, I had a horrible nightmare that I was underwater. And I couldn't breathe. Like, I just felt claustrophobic. I woke up stressing. I guess, you know, it was a combination of just emotions and a bunch of shit that was, you know, that I was doing around that time, that it was just building up. Nobody was talking about it because, like I said, I was going through stuff in my relationship, and I was going through stuff with my family. If I was going through stuff in my relationship, I would go to my family. You know, I would go to certain family members, speak to them, this and that. But around that time, you know, there was a lot of bullshit. If I was having issues with my family members, I would go to my relationship for the issues. But again, it was the matter of, there was just so much going on everywhere that, you know, I just got caught up in my own shit. I got caught up so yeah, that morning Like I remember that shit like it was yesterday. You know, my ex was trying to like ask me what's wrong. And it was kind of like I just need space. I just need space. I need to breathe. Like I just have, like my mind is killing me right now. My thoughts and my karma, my everything that in my mind at that time was just beating the shit out of me. But I wasn't thinking about it. I was just thinking it was a bad night. Because again, I'm still working. I'm still trying to be the big man and act like everything's cool. I'm not going to get into it because I just did in my last video. So if you want to go back into my last video and hear about the next 8-9 months from that summer, you guys can. But that summer, like I had stated before, that summer was going to be a new chapter for me. 2018, I got a new car, I got a dog. I was going through a bunch of problems with my relationship. My job had gotten involved. So I was just stressed. It was a lot for me, but I was still trying to stay focused, still trying to, move forward. It wasn't until October 2018, that was when, everything between me and my ex officially was done. I had resigned, I had gotten forced to resign from the police department like a week after everything. So all that shit was new to me. All those emotions, all the feelings that I was experiencing at that time was new, and nobody was helping me through that because, again, I can't get into details. I'm not going to get into details. It was just a very, very fucked up situation, complicated situation that I was in, and I truly felt like a lot of people, turned their back on me, or a lot of people kind of, got involved in a way where opinions were voiced and gossip and rumors were spreading, and I just didn't trust people. I didn't trust people that were close to me. I didn't trust friends, family members, co-workers. I just felt so uncomfortable speaking to people about my problems because I just felt like, you guys already got your mind made up how you feel about me. I'm hearing gossip and I'm hearing this and that. Why do you want to hear about me now? So you could go tell the person, I just talked to Nick. It was a problem that I had, and it's real because sometimes you just get yourself so caught up with the shit that the people that you're pushing away, they're the ones who are there for you. They're the ones who are like, don't push me away. You know how I am, but you can always talk to me. I wasn't saying that. I was just kind of like, look, if I can't trust you, I'm not going to be around you. I'm not going to tell you shit. And that attitude gave people the perception that everything was good in my life. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be on Facebook, on social media, I'm posting shit, I'm laughing, I'm joking around, I'm thinking, if people see me at work or in person, I'm saying what's up, I'm smiling, I'm laughing. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm a positive dude. I try to push out that energy because I don't want to be around no negative shit. Because I'm the type, like, your energy is going to rub off on me. So if I'm around some negative shit, I'm gonna be negative. So wherever I'm at, if you're around me, I try to just, break the ice. I try to just, crack a joke, be mature, be respectful, because I don't want no bullshit around. I just don't got time for no bullshit, guys. I don't want to be around no bullshit. So, and let me just say, that summer when I got my dog, I got to give a shout out to my dog, Benji. Because I had pets growing up. Benji was my first dog that I ever owned, and without him, I promise to you guys, I have no idea what I would be doing right now. I don't even know if I'll still be here. And that's the honest to God's truth. That dog has gotten me through so many moments, so many breakdowns, so many times where it was like I got caught in my head so many times that I'm on the floor crying. And here he comes, licking me, trying to just, like, nigga, I just want to go outside. Can you feed me? Can you get the fuck out of me? And it's like, I'm looking at him like, man, you're right. That's my motivation. I got to keep going for you, Benji. You helping me get through this. You making me feel good. I'm looking at you like, man, we're going to get the fuck out this apartment. I'm going to get you fucking 10 acres for you to, I owe this shit for you, man. I would have those moments, those conversations where it was like, that's man's best friend. But that was also a coping mechanism for me. And people say that all the time. Get you a dog. Get you, like a support dog, a service dog, whatever. Because that shit helps. That shit really, really helps. And I didn't even go into that into buying a dog with the thought that I'm going to be having the breakdowns that I will end up having in the future. I just went like, I'm gonna get a dog just to get a fucking dog. But then I started, having bad moments and hitting, and when I felt like I didn't have nobody to call, nobody to reach out to, talk to, text, whatever, that's my dog right there. That was, and so Benji, it's all love, my boy. So yeah, after October, like I said, that's when everything was going. I went back working full time to my driving job because I wasn't no longer a police officer. And in my last video, I stated that I had applied to multiple police jobs after I resigned. It took me maybe 4 or 5 months to mentally get back into things, as far as feeling like I'm ready to get back into law enforcement. But in that meantime, I was still applying to odd regular ass jobs, being a toll collector, fucking being a mover, like a furniture mover for a company, just regular going Indeed to search whatever job and just boom, apply. I wasn't getting shit. Fortunately, for certain people and certain connections that I had met throughout law enforcement, I was able to pick up a lot of security gigs or whatever. I'm bugging. I was able to do security. And the guy that put me on there, I met him as a cop. I came to him like, bro, I need help. I'm struggling. I need to get a second income. I got a lot going on. Because like I said, I met him as a cop. He knew I wasn't a cop anymore. I came to him for help. He said, Ronald, I got you. I got shifts. What shift you need? What works for you? I'll put you on this. I already know what type of worker you are. I already know your situation. Don't even tell me when do you want to start? So, super thankful for him. But it was little things like that were able to kind of help me get going and stay motivated. But it's not all the time. I have bad moments. I had bad, when I was working full time as a driver, I was working 12 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, from 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon. Now, 3, 4 in the morning, there's not a lot of people out on the road. So I'm out there driving. I'm driving alone. There's nobody out there. I'm on the expressway, and out of nowhere, boom, I start crying. I start bawling my eyes out. It could be maybe I heard a song. Maybe a fucking cop car just drove by and made me think about something. Maybe I see something online on Facebook, social media, whatever. But it was a trigger. And I'll just be on the road crying, wiping my face down, ugly crying and shit like that. I would have that moment because one thing people don't understand, you can't schedule no panic attack. It don't work like that. Panic attacks, anxiety attacks, it's not like, okay, today's Tuesday. What time is it? 7 o'clock, whatever. I'm going to begin an attack in 20 minutes. It don't work like that. For me, it didn't work like that. Again, it could have been anything. Any small reminder, any big reminder, and boom. I didn't have that self-control, that discipline in my mind to control my thoughts and control my emotions. So there was multiple times I'm driving on the road fucking crying. Just bawling out crying. And I was trying to do that. Like I said, I was driving every day. Trying to stay busy. Really wasn't working out. Still wasn't really telling a lot of people my issues, my problems. But that wasn't working for me. Working all the time was not self-love. It was not giving me the peace, the time that I needed for myself to heal, for me to acknowledge my mistakes, to acknowledge the situation and position I was in. Because in my mind, I was thinking, I'm just going to work, make this money, pay these bills, do this, that, and my life's going to be good once my bills are paid off. But you got to understand, life happens. And if you only got one source of income, shit's going to be difficult. Life happens. You get a fucking flat tire, you get a nail in your tire, you got to pay for that. Your dog's sick, you got to buy dog food, got to get the shots, blah, blah, blah. Got to get that. It's just a bunch of miscellaneous shit that happens that you're not really thinking about until it does. And when it does happen, it's kind of like, wow, one thing after another. And then you get in your head, you start beating yourself down, you start like, you know what, fuck this. What's the point of me even continue to try when something else is going to happen? It happens. But then that's when you got to get that self-control, that self-discipline. It's like, you know what? I'm going to figure it out. It's hard. It's hard. It took me like a year. It took me about a year before I truly realized like the damage I was doing to myself. It was like August 2019. And I still got the post on Instagram. When I shared it. You know, I just went to the bathroom. I looked at myself. I think I was planning to go to the gym that day. You know, for whatever reason, you know, I was motivated enough to go to the gym. But I walk in my bathroom, I look in the mirror, and I was just so disappointed in myself. Like the person I saw in the mirror, just my body and just the color. Like I said, it was August, and I'm pale as hell, just skinny, like no definition at all, just straight. Like I felt so embarrassed. I felt so sick. Like how the fuck? Like I'm already a thin dude. People are around. Hey, I'm already a, but I was like, how the fuck do I let myself get like that? That's not who I am. People don't know. Like people, it may see nappy me like that, like how I am right here. But as far as like this physical, like that's not who I am. And I took a picture. I took a selfie, and I posted it. And you know, a couple months later, you know, with me spending some time in the gym, I put a before and after picture, and I posted it, and it's still on there, guys. And it said, you know, I can't believe that I really let myself get like that. But it was just a combination of just me trying to just give myself to my job. Work. Don't take no time off. Fuck that. Sleep whenever you get a chance. Just make this money. This job is more important, this and that. And no, you got to put yourself first. You got to put yourself first. You got to call out if you fucking need to. Call out, like, give yourself the time so you can mentally fucking woosah and realize, like, yo, let me figure out let me slow things down a little bit. Because I'm going way too fast and I'm not mature enough. I'm not capable enough to make proper decisions when my mentality is like this. So let me slow the fuck down. That's what a lot of people got to do. But a lot of us, we have a hard time thinking that we control the narrative for a lot of situations, where people try to control things that they can't control, and think about that shit. And then it just eats you up, and it's like, you got to slow the fuck down. For real. Just slow down. Just chill. It was tough. I had some thoughts, man. I had some thoughts during this time where it was just kind of like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this work? You know, like I said earlier, talking about my job and the bills, you know, just stressing about money. I had plenty of times I'll come home, I got a notice on my door. You late for rent. You owe us this much. I'm just saying here like, well, how am I going to come up with this? What I got to do? I'm on the road, I see an armored truck. I may or may not think like, what if I got lucky? You know, you go into a bank. What if this situation happens and I end up getting lucky? I was at a time where so many thoughts would go through my mind. But there was just something I always felt like I had in myself, like deep in my heart, in the back of my mind, and like in the fucking deepest pit of my stomach, that I felt I cannot go out like that. I can't do this. I'm not gonna rob no fucking, like, what if I fucking fail? Cause now I'll be sitting locked up for the rest of my life. Like, damn, I'm a dumb. And that's me. That's that self-discipline kind of bringing me back to reality, where it's like, yo, fuck all that shit you was thinking about. All right, my bad, guys. I be getting cut off with this storage shit on this phone. It should be in the way. But back to the whole self-discipline thing. Not everybody has it, because not everybody has the same problems. Not everybody has the same battles. We don't deal with the same shit the same. So that's why it's super important. You know, you gotta be considerate to people. You don't know about what somebody's going through. You don't know what somebody went through the night before. Or when they woke up that morning, why the fuck they're mad and this and that. You know, shit runs deep. Shit runs deep, man. Did you guys see that video of the neighbors? The one neighbor, he shot two of his neighbors. They were shoveling snow onto his property. Dude comes out with a gun, shoots them down. He goes back inside his house with a rifle, comes back out, bomb, kills them both dead. Neighbors. That's some cold ass shit, and that's some deep mental health problems right there. That's not just some fucked up neighbor beef shit right there. And I know about fucked up neighbors. I know about fucked up neighbors. I have neighbors where it's kind of like plenty of times I started thinking like, man, if only. But then I got to bring it back like, nah, whoa, you getting carried away right there because God forbid something happens. You do something to those crackheads, bro, you're gonna get locked away. It's gonna be worth it. Crackheads they're gonna keep living their life. You're gonna be locked up for what? Because you couldn't control yourself, you couldn't control a thought, you couldn't control a mind. Like, you gotta really have that discipline. Because nobody's gonna do it for you. Nobody is responsible for your triggers. Stop with the whole, I did this because of this. Because this person did that, or I saw. Nobody is responsible. And again, not saying you're not allowed to have triggers. You're allowed to have reminders. But it's a matter of how you deal with it and what you put onto other people. Especially if there's people around you who are trying to be positive. People who are trying to build it with you and trying to look past all the bullshit with you, but you constantly keep bringing up all the negative shit and putting it on them. You're gonna do nothing but push them away. Because who wants to be around that shit? Nobody wants to be around negativity all the time. Oh my God, I went through that. Oh, I'm sorry, I went through this because, yeah. Nobody, it's called accountability. It's called accountability, being mature and moving on. Move on. Talk to people. You gotta get help. Like I talked about the thoughts that I've had as far as, the financial situations and things like that. Armored truck, bank, okay. It runs deeper than that, though. It runs deeper than that. Suicide is a very serious topic. People don't talk about it. Men don't talk about it. It's real. Attempts are real. It happens all the time. You got to make sure those people around you, your friends, your family, make sure they're good. I've had people hit me up, whether it was a situation that reminded them of me or whatever, or I may post something online. They'll call me or they'll text me. You good, bro? You good? Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm just, because a big part of what I do about being so open and vocal about my situations and my life, my past, is hoping that I could help somebody else. Because I didn't have nobody, helping me get through shit or telling me, yo, I went through this, so you're going to feel like this for a little bit. And then after things come, like, I didn't have that guidance. I had to figure shit out on the fly just by experience and, like, trial and error type shit. And again, it wasn't the fact that I didn't really have people around me. I just didn't trust them. I didn't know who I could go to. I didn't know. And, I've had thoughts. I've had thoughts of hurting myself. I've had thoughts of, this is I don't want to live like this. This is just way too much for me because I'm trying to do good. I'm trying to move forward, and I'm constantly getting brought back. What type of life is that? But in the back of my mind, I would always just have that, I can't let it get that far. Like, I can't. There's no way I can't. I can't let people see me like this. I can't let them, speak to my family, my mother, and explain to her, yeah, I found you. I didn't have those types of thoughts. I did have those thoughts, but I was always able to kind of bring it back to reality. But what I was not able to control was, like a substitute for that. So rather than, okay, you're not going to find me like this, you're going to find me like this. I was drinking a lot. I was, that summer, 2018, when I was going through everything between my relationship and my job, I was drinking a lot. I was getting a bottle every weekend, on duty, throwing that shit in the back of the van, going home, drinking that shit, just getting fucked up. Henny, Johnny Walker, fucking all that, just getting trashed. And that was my way of dealing with shit. It wasn't until after October, after I resigned and everything else, I kind of, that was when I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna drink this bottle. Well, I'm gonna bring the bottle with me, and I'm gonna take it on the expressway, or I'm gonna take it on the White Horse Pike. And if I make it back, I make it back. If I crash this shit and whatever, we go from there. And there were plenty of times, so many times, dude, so many times I'm drunk as fuck, speeding up that fucking White Horse Pike. And I always made it. I always made it. And there were a couple times I was mad. There were a couple times I came back home drunk like, man, what the fuck? How the fuck did I make it back home? Why did I make it back? Because in my mind, I was telling me, that's how fucked up I was. That was me telling me, people would rather see me in a DUI. Oh, this motherfucker crashed this shit. Look, fucking bottles on the floor right there. This motherfucker piece of shit. But I felt like people would rather see me in a DUI or believe, like my story, oh, he got into a DUI accident. It was more believable than, okay, we found him, he shot himself, hung himself, anything like that. Because that was just where I thought one was better than the other. But, I made it back all those times, and it was because I'm here for a reason. Like, that wasn't my time to go. Not like that. Not like that. And it was tough. It was super tough, man. It was very tough, very lonely. But you got to really believe in yourself. Like, times like that, man, fuck a motivational book or fuck a speech from, you gotta look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, yo, I fucked up. How I'm feeling right now, I never want to experience in my life. I don't want anybody around me to feel like this. So you're going to do anything possible to try to put everything in the past, bury that shit and move forward and be positive. Get help. Find an outlet. Work out. Go work out nonstop. Get a journal. I started podcasting. Start a podcast. Go, find a hobby. Find shit that keeps you busy, keeps you motivated. Be around positive people. Don't be around people who are going to tell you everything you want to hear all the time. Because we're not always right in situations. So I need people to tell me, like, yo, Nick, you was bugging. Why the fuck you say that all the time? Why did you post that? I need people like that to tell me, yo, you got to chill. At least just chill. Because having yes man around you, it does nothing. It does nothing but kind of, you're not getting better. You're not healing yourself. You got to put yourself in a positive space. You got to be around positive people. You got to set goals for yourself. Get a checklist and a bucket list. Oh, I'm gonna do a podcast today. I'm gonna go on a road trip. I'm gonna do anything that keeps you busy and keeps you happy and keeps you motivated. Find it. Go to therapy. Find a therapist, online therapist, on the phone. I know with all this COVID shit, how everything. Find somebody to talk to. It's not always good to speak to the same person all the time, especially if they're a good friend, because they'll get used to telling you what you want to hear, or sometimes they may not always be available because they got their own shit they got to deal with. So it's sometimes going to be like, oh, man, girl, hey, girl, I got to deal with my kids today. I can't talk right now. Then she's going to get mad because you got her comfortable with her coming to you with the problems, but now, so you got to be able to trust and rely on other people, but sometimes you gotta do it by yourself. Cause when that fucking panic attack wakes you up at 3 a.m, and you by yourself, you don't gotta, your man's not there, your girl's not there, your kids, you just, what the fuck you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna sit and you're gonna think and you're gonna reflect and you're gonna get yourself you gotta get out of it. So please get help. Men, this one's really for you guys, but and anybody, because we all go through shit, men and women. But men, put the ego to the side. I know niggas want to be tough all the time. I know. But come on, but sometimes who you being tough for? You know, if you got children, that's who you got to be tough for. You're not going to be tough when you dead. Because you wanted to deal with all this bullshit. You wanted to not tell about people about your problems. You don't want to go to therapy. You want to act like, you know, somebody's problems are less than yours. No. Like, put that shit to the side and be careful, be caring, be respectful, get help. What's that saying goes? Like, I would rather listen to your problems than to go to your funeral and this and that. That's so true. Because again, everything that I'm speaking about from these videos, if you guys been following and listening to them, they're personal, they're real shit that I've gone through, and I have absolutely no issue speaking on them because it's real life. It's real life. It helps. People can relate to this shit. But I feel like people have this, you know, they're just scared putting themselves in front of a camera, talking about personal things, personal problems. But, man, sometimes when you lose a lot, sometimes all you really have is your voice and your experiences and your perspectives of certain situations to help other people. And that's all I'm trying to do with this shit, guys. So, you know, if you support what I'm doing, the whole New Reason movement, and you guys are supporting my page and subscribe to my page, my channel, I truly thank you for it. I mean, I'm trying. I'm a trying man. That's it. I'm trying to stay busy. And that's that. So, remember, get help. Don't dwell. You know, just stay busy, stay positive, and everything will work out. I promise you. Everything will work out. Don't rush it. Gotta trust the process, baby. Guys, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Like and subscribe. Share this shit. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Oh my God, I keep dropping this shit. At N Rivera 9123. Follow me. Help me build this up, man. I promise you. We going up. Peace.